Good evening, everyone. This is Matthew Rhodes, and I'm joined by the Matlock Town manager, Paul Phillips. Philo, 3-1 defeat today away at South Shields in the league. Just first of all, what's your assessment of tonight's performance from Matlock?
Best team won. I thought we didn't start well enough. You always need to start, I think, obviously. Playing against the win first half, we struggled to get out. I think we sort of, in midfield, was limited in what we could do. Obviously, Chippy played as a wing back with Waltz being out, Wildy being out. That's no excuses. I just thought we was a little bit on the back foot too easy. We've created one or two chances, even though that was on the back foot. And you've got to take them chances when you come here. I think after half an hour of it, the post, then we've scored, and then Rhys Foster's got in on goal 5-6 yards away, and I think he's got to score. And like I said beforehand, I can't remember Joe making a lot of saves in the game, but when they've got in on goal, they've either scored or made us deal with it. And I just don't think when we got in behind them the amount of times that we did, especially in the first half, I thought that we sort of were a bit wasteful.
How big a blow was the absence of Ryan Qualter tonight?
It's a blow to anyone, but let's not hide behind it. We've got three centre halves there. I think obviously vocally he brings a lot to the party. I thought Wildy was a big miss. And it just when you've got no Rhys as a wing back, and you're sort of trying to scratch round for someone to play on that side, which we may have to deal with. I think it's a massive ask. I think aerially you can sort of double up on Uzi, so Uzi gets a bit frustrated. But I thought Chippendale was man of the match for us. I thought he was outstanding, worked his nuts off. I thought their number 2 is the best fullback in this league by a long shot, and he limited him first half in a position that he's not aware of, or he's not played in a lot of times. But for me, like I say, it's the start that gets off to, and then we score 2-1, and then second half I thought we was the best team for 20-25 minutes without really pressing home our advantage, and that's what the difference is.
When you got that goal back, and then Al Byrne almost scored about 2 minutes afterwards, he hit the post. If it had gone in, how different a game do you think it could have been after that? Yeah,
it could, but like I say, anything else, it's always how could it. You've got to make that happen when you come to places like this. Good teams, full-time teams that are very good footballing team. You've got, and I thought we caused them a lot of problems when we put the ball into the box, but we're just again a bit passive in what we did in the second half, not getting enough men forward. I think we ended up again chasing the game. We had 5 forwards on the pitch: Marcus, Ross, Liam, Rhys Foster, who again thought did really well, Chippendale at one point. So we really chased the game, and we was a little bit open. But again, we've got to make sure that we regroup. We've got to come back together. We've got to stay together with the 2 points off the top. We've not had a good spell, and there's only people in there, and myself and the management team, that can pick us up. And we always knew there's going to be blips in the season. We're still 12 games to address it, and we've got to pick ourselves up and start again at FC United. I said.
Remember you saying as well back in the home match against South Shields, you thought that the Gladiators just gave the team a bit too much respect. Do you think in terms of tonight's game that wasn't the case, that you actually challenged them a bit more at the start?
I thought for 10-15 minutes, no. I thought we just we struggled with the amount of experience we had on the pitch to work out the rotation that their front three with a 10 played with. I just thought as soon as we sort of sussed that out as a team, we sort of dealt with it a lot better. But again, it was 2 goals down then, so you're still sort of reacting and not proactive in stuff that you do. So it's just, for me, you've got to deal with things like that a lot better. And I thought, look at the first goal, we've got 3 against 2, and there's no one picking the lad up on the edge. Then I look at the second goal, was so deep, and then he had a shot, and we're putting flailing legs at it. I just thought we had a spell of a period of the game that we sort of, our heads went a little bit, and it's cost us.
Okay, well, thanks for your time, Philo, as always, and commiserations on the defeat.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you, mate.